Hey, so it's been about a week since I staked my plants, and they're really looking great. They've really grown a lot since I did that. And I'll take you around and let you see them and how they're doing. Now I have had to add a couple of layers to some of the things, like where I tied them to the stakes and where we had this little grid. But let me show you what I've got. All right, so you can see here, the tomato plants are getting really big. Now, I think these are the, let's see, these are the German Johnsons, and these are the Better Boys. So I've got two Better Boys here on the end, and then I've got four German Johnsons. So, but you can kind of see with this, I ended up adding another layer to the grid to kind of hold the tops of them, because they grew way up out of the first grid. So I'll just keep doing that and adding levels to it. Probably just one more level. And the same thing over here for the ones that I staked. I added another layer of twine to tie it to the stakes. Except this one was still pretty short, and I wasn't sure exactly which way it was going to grow, which one was going to continue up. So I could probably add another layer here to this one now. The cages, they don't really have, I don't really have to do much with them. I do need to, once they get a little bit taller, I need to come in here and maybe pull some of the limbs up through that next ring. Like maybe this one could come up, but it'll probably fall back down. The cucumbers are doing pretty good. They're starting to, and look, that one's already connected itself to the tomato. So I don't know about this. Maybe I can train them to go the other way, but stay off of those tomatoes. And then same over here, these cucumbers are doing good. I do need to get those over to the lattice so I can weave it around. Now, these have been interesting with the strings that are going down with the stakes. I've just continuously wrapped the tomatoes around the twine, and it seems to be doing pretty good, honestly. I'll just keep doing that as they get taller, and let them keep growing. So my squash is doing good. It's coming up through those cages, and but I don't know about my peppers. My peppers seem to have some weird something going on with them. Something like has ate up some of the leaves or something. I'm not sure at all. It looks like something's been nibbling on it. So that's weird. They don't seem to be doing very good. They were initially doing great. So I'm not sure what's wrong with them. Our lettuce was really good. So I ate some. We picked some, and we made a little salad. And it was delicious. Fresh, probably the most fresh salad I've ever had. We cut this one too short, and maybe it's coming back. I don't know. I thought maybe it had died, but now I see some little leaves. I've got to do some weeding to get some of this other mess out of here. But our spinach, this one seems to have died. But this one's still doing all right. And then these little sweet peppers still haven't really grown very much, although they're a little bit bigger than they were initially. But yeah, I've got a lot of clover growing up, or whatever that is. This squash plant's doing great. We'll see how this one does compared to the ones. I've got two that don't have cages and three that do. Actually, I've got three that don't have cages and three that do. So we'll see how they fare. All right. So the other thing that I've been meaning to the other thing that I've been meaning to show you and talk about is our apple trees. Now, we planted the apple trees, I think 5 years ago, maybe 4. And it looks like, honestly, it looks like it's going to storm out here soon. I hope it does, and then I don't have to water the plants. But I still haven't put together the watering system that I want to do with either a drip irrigation or a soaker hose. But anyhow, so we put these apple trees out, and so far they hadn't really produced any apples. One of them produced like 3 apples last year. But there's 4 trees. There's 2 Red Delicious, and they're dwarf trees. So these are the Red Delicious, and these 2 are the Yellow Delicious. And so I'll kind of show you what we've got going on with them. All right, so you can see this one, I don't think it had any apples on it. One of the yellow ones, yeah, so this one has not produced any apples. This one, on the other hand, has produced, it's got a few little apples growing on it, like you can see here. So that's exciting. But not a ton, right? But it didn't have any last year. And then this one is one of the reds, and it's also got a few apples on it somewhere, but I can't remember where. I think it had 1 or 2. There's one. Yeah. And then, but this one's the one that produced last year. And it's got apples all over it. I mean, and I really hope that they turn out well. But yeah, there's apples there and over there. Here's several more apples. And then like way up top, I guess we should have trimmed them because now they're really tall and I'm not going to be able to reach them easily. But yeah, up there's one that's turning red. So I don't know how big they'll get, but I'm really looking forward to them. Hopefully we get to eat some of the apples this year. That'll be exciting. So that's the apple trees. I'd really like to go maybe next year plant a whole orchard. It'd be nice to have several apple trees and some pear trees. Yeah, I've got some space that I could plant them. So we'll see. You know, I'd also like to do a lot bigger garden next year. We'll just see how everything turns out. It takes so long for those apple trees though to really start producing. So I wish I'd planted a lot more when we planted those. The other thing about it, you know, I don't know, we haven't really gave it any kind of like fertilizer or anything like that. So maybe if we'd have done that, they would have produced last year or the year before. I'm not sure, but and the only thing that we've done is I've thrown some 7 dust on the trees because we've had beetles and stuff get on them and eat up all the leaves. So, but yep, that's the update for today. I'll see you later.